have studied about soil. In this class, we have to study about next step in the agricultural practice, that is adding manures and fertilizers. Manures and fertilizers are the substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth of plants. The substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth of plants are called manures and fertilizer. Soil provides different mineral nutrients for the growth of the plants. These nutrients are very essential for the growth of the plant. If one nutrient is deficient in the soil, the plants cannot grow properly. They require all the types of nutrients for the growth and development. In order to provide all the type of nutrients, farmers will add manures to the field. Continuous cultivation of crops in the field decreases the soil fertility or decreases the soil nutrients. In order to replenish these soil nutrients or in order to maintain these soil nutrients, farmers will add manures to the soil. This process of adding manures to the soil to retain soil fertility or to replenish soil nutrient is called as manuring. Manures are the organic substances. Manures are the organic substances obtained from the decomposition of plant and animal waste. What is manure? Manure is an organic substance obtained from the decomposition of plant and animal waste. Farmers will prepare the manures in the field. They put plant and animal waste in a pit in an open place, and after 1 or 2 weeks it will be converted into organic matter with the help of microorganisms. This plant and animal waste, they are decomposed by microorganisms and they are converted into organic matter. That is called as organic manure. Another one example of manure is compost. That compost can be prepared in our surrounding. How we can prepare the compost in our surrounding? You have to dig a pit in a field and you have to add one layer of plant and animal waste. Above that, you have to put one layer of soil and you have to sprinkle water over it. Again, another one layer of plant and animal waste and you have to put one layer of soil over it and sprinkle water. Like that, you have to maintain 2 to 3 layers. And after 2 or 3 weeks, you have to open and you have to see that pit and you will come across a black substance. That is nothing but compost. Like that, you can prepare vermicompost also. Vermicompost can be prepared by using earthworm. Earthworms are considered as farmers' friend. They are considered as friends of farmers. Next, we have to discuss very important experiment that shows that nutrients are very essential for the growth and development of the plant. If one type of nutrient is deficient, the plants will not give proper growth and proper yield, and then the plant will become weak. For this experiment, you have to take moong seeds or you have to take gram seeds and you have to germinate them. And after germination, you have to take 3 same-sized seedlings. You have to take 3 same-sized seedlings. And you have to take 3 glasses or you can take three vessels. And you have to label that as A, B and C. And in one glass, you have to add soil. For the A glass, you have to add soil and little cow dung and water. And next, for the B glass, you have to add same amount of soil and little amount of urea. It is a fertilizer, and you have to add same amount of water. And next, for the C glass, you have to add soil and water. You are not adding any other materials. And after this, you have to plant seedlings in these glasses. In all the three glasses, you have to plant the seedlings. And you have to keep it in a safe place. And after 7 to 8 days, you have to observe the growth of the plants in all these three glasses. In which glass you will come across better growth of the plant? Here in the B glass, you will come across the better growth of the plant, because here the urea will give required nutrients for the growth and development of the plant. That is nothing but your fertilizer. And in 8 glass, you will add cow dung, but it will not supply all the type of nutrients for the growth and development of the plant. That's why in B glass, you will come across the better growth of the plant. That indicates that all the type of nutrients are very essential for the growth and development of the plant or crop. For the growth and development of the crop, different nutrients, soil, water sunlight are very essential. Without sunlight, the plants cannot prepare the food. Sunlight, soil, water and minerals and nutrients all are very essential for the growth and development of the crop. Next, we have to discuss about fertilizers. What is the meaning of fertilizer? Fertilizers are the chemicals which are rich in particular nutrient. They are having one type of nutrient. Then that type of chemical substances are called as fertilizers. Fertilizers are the chemical substances. They are rich in a particular nutrient. They supply particular type of nutrient for the growth and development of the crop plants. There are different examples for the fertilizers. They are urea. It is a nitrogenous fertilizer. Main content of urea is nitrogen. And next one is super phosphate. Its main content is phosphate or phosphorus. And another one is very important, NPK. It contains nitrogen, phosphorus and potash. K means potassium. And another one example, that is potash. Another one example, ammonium sulfate. It contains sulfur nutrient. These all type of fertilizers provide particular nutrients for the growth and development of the crops or for the growth of the plants. These fertilizers are prepared in the factories, but manures are prepared in the field by the farmers. If the farmers will use fertilizer, it will give good yield. Fertilizer helps to give good yield for the farmers. But excess use of fertilizer causes some of the bad effects. It is having some of the disadvantages. We will discuss what are the disadvantages if you use excess fertilizers in the field. If you fertility. Soil nutrients will be reduced and thereby it reduces the soil fertility. Reduce soil fertility. And next one, it pollutes water and soil. It pollutes water and soil. And next, very important, it decreases the humus content. That means it decreases the water content in the soil, thereby the land will become dry. And sometimes it loses fertility. These are the bad effects of fertilizers when the fertilizers are added in a excess quantity. That's why farmers will use manures along with the fertilizers. They add manures along with the fertilizers because manures are better than fertilizers. Manures are having many advantages. What are the advantages of manures? It enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. That means it enhances, it increases the water holding capacity of the soil. By adding the manures, water holding capacity of the soil can be increased. It makes the soil porous, due to which exchange of gases become easy. That means it makes the soil porous. Porous means holes. The soil will become porous. In between the soil particles, you will come across a gap. In that gap, air can enter inside the soil and there will be an exchange of gas takes place. Plant roots can breathe easily. That helps in the proper growth of plant. Next, it increases the number of friendly microbes. Some of the microorganisms as well as earthworms are increased with the help of adding manures. And it improves the texture of the soil. It increases the structure of the soil. These are the advantages of manure. It enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. It makes the soil porous, due to which exchange of gas becomes easy. It increases the number of friendly microbes. It improves the texture of the soil. That's why manures are better than fertilizers. These manures are eco-friendly. They are not having any bad effects on the environment. These manures, I told that they are very eco-friendly. Now to maintain the soil nutrients, we can follow some of the other methods. There are different methods are used to maintain the soil fertility or soil nutrients. They are very important one. First method we have to discuss, that is crop rotation method. In this method, farmers are growing the crops alternately, one after the other, in a different season. In one season, they will grow one crop. In the same field, they will grow one crop, and in another season, they will grow another crop. The method of growing different crops in the field alternately in different season. According to the season, they are changing the crop. It helps to maintain the soil nutrients. Again, there are different methods. Mixed cropping, multiple cropping. These are the methods used to maintain the soil fertility. But in detail, we have discussed about only crop rotation method. In this method, farmers will grow different crops in a season alternatively. For example, in one season, farmers will grow leguminous plants. For example, dal plants, groundnut, like that. In another season, they will grow maize plant. Here, leguminous plants, they help in nitrogen fixation. They are having in the root nodules of leguminous plants, rhizobium bacteria is present that fixation of nitrogen. It converts gaseous nitrogen into usable forms of nitrogen. You learned that gaseous forms of nitrogen cannot be used by the plants directly. For the usage of plant, that should be converted into usable forms of nitrogen. These leguminous plants, they fix the nitrogen in the soil and thereby they retain the nutrients in the soil. In the next season, they can grow maize in that field. They can use the nutrients fixed by this leguminous plant. Like that, the farmers can maintain the soil fertility or soil nutrients in the field. This is about the manures and fertilizer. In the next class, we have to discuss about what are the differences between manures and fertilizers. What are the differences between manures and fertilizer? You also think about that. Okay, what are the differences between manures and fertilizer? I told some differences while explaining manures and fertilizers. Then you have to discuss those differences in the next class. If you have any doubt,